이 공연은 유준현 박사님께서 감독하였으며 저희 커뮤니티 멤버분들과 함께 수많은 워크숍을 통해 제작된 공연입니다. 커뮤니티 구성원들 각각이 자신을 진지하게 돌아보고 비춰본다는 의미의 공연이었습니다. 저희 모두가 2012년 한 해 동안 다세대가 함께 일궈낸 지역사회를 나타내주는 공연이기도 하였습니다. 그래서 오늘 만찬의 주제는 다음과 같습니다. 함께하는 사회 변화, 다세대가 함께 이루는 지역사회.
My name is Scarlett Kim, and standing to my left is Ye Chan Lee. It is an honor to be your MCs for the evening.
네, 안녕하세요. 민족학교 이주한인교육봉사단체협회 설립 기념 만찬에 오신 여러분의 진심으로 환영합니다. 저는 오늘 만찬에서 사회를 맡게 된 이예찬이라고 합니다. 제 옆에 계신 분은 오늘 저와 함께 사회를 보게 된 스칼렛 김 씨고요. 저희 둘 모두 이번 여름에 대학생 인턴으로 민족학교와 함께 했습니다. 민족학교와 미교학교 행사의 사회를 맡게 되어 정말 진심으로 영광으로 생각합니다.
This is NACASAC's 18th and KRC's 29th anniversary. We are so excited to be here tonight, and we want to thank you for taking the time to come celebrate with us and for supporting our work over the past year.
예, 오늘 만찬은 민족학교의 설립 29주년 그리고 미교학교의 설립 18주년이라는 것을 축하하기 위한 자리인데요. 정말 바쁘신 와중에도 이렇게 저희들을 격려해 주시기 위해 참석해 주시고 자리를 빛내주셔서 진심으로 감사드립니다.
Tonight, we are also celebrating a victory for our community, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policy. NACASAC, KRC, KRCC, alongside its youth leaders, have worked over the last 10 years to ensure that undocumented young people are given the opportunity to live, go to school, and work in a country they call home. And Deferred Action has been a huge step towards that.
네, 서윤미 청년들의 권리를 위해 조직하고 지원해온 미교협, 민족학교, 그리고 시카고 마당집이 이 자리에서 같이 기뻐할 일이 하나 더 있습니다. 많이들 아시겠지만 최근 국토안보부에서 서류미비 청년들을 위해 추방비의 조치를 발표했습니다. 지난 10년 동안 서류미비 학생들의 권리를 위해 힘써온 미교협, 민족학교, 그리고 시카고 마당집에게 기쁜 일이 아닐 수 없습니다.
Both Ye-Chan and I and many other volunteers have worked around the clock to try and keep up with the number of calls we received from the community seeking deferred action. Since August 3rd, we have received over 6,000 calls, and we have assisted over 500 applicants.
네, 저와 스칼렛 씨 그리고 많은 자원봉사자들이 추방위의 조치 발표 후 걸려오는 문의 전화를 정말 한 통이라도 빠짐없이 다 받기 위해 정말 많은 노력을 해왔는데요. 스칼렛 씨는 태어나서 이렇게 짧은 기간에 이렇게 많은 분들하고 통화해본 적 있으실까요? 전 없거든요.
No, Ye-Chan, I've never received this many calls in a short time ever in my entire life. But in order to support this work, we need your help. Inside your program book tonight, you will find a Supporting the Dream membership form, and by making a contribution of 5, 10, or 25 or more per month, you can help us assist even more young people obtain deferred action. Please consider becoming a member. We will come around a little later in the program to collect your forms.
네, 이렇게 8월 초부터 민족학교는 6,000여 건에 달하는 문의 전화를 받으며 500명이 넘는 서류미입자 청년들을 도왔습니다. 하지만 이런 활동을 지속적으로 펼쳐나가려면 많은 분들의 도움이 필요합니다. 저희가 오늘 나눠드린 만찬 책자 안에는 드림 회원 모집이라고 적혀있는 양식이 있습니다. 노란색 양식인데요. 드림 회원이 되셔서 매달 정기적으로 5불 혹은 20불씩이라도 저희를 후원해 주신다면 수많은 청소년들이 추방비의 혜택을 받는 데 큰 도움이 될 겁니다. 저희가 나중에 이 양식을 거둘 텐데요. 드림 회원이 되길 희망하시는 분은 꼭 이거를 작성해 주셔서 저희 자원봉사자들한테 건네주시면 됩니다.
Also, throughout the evening, we will be selling cool t-shirts and tote bags from KRC and NACASAC at the back of the room. Make sure to go home with some KRC and NACASAC bags.
네, 다음은 미교협의 이길주 이사장님 그리고 민족학교의 김주환 이사장님 모시고 환영의 말씀을 듣도록 하겠습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
시간을 내주신 걸 정말 감사하게 생각합니다. 오늘 민족학교와 민족한인봉사단체회의가 내 만찬에 참석해 주신 여러분께 정말 감사드립니다. 오늘 만찬은 민족학교 설립 29주년과 미교협 설립 18주년을 축하하는 자리일 뿐만 아니라 가까이 그리고 멀리에서 진심으로 응원해 주시는 후원자 여러분들께 감사의 뜻을 전하는 자리이기도 합니다. 이번 만찬의 주제, 단합 속의 사회변화, 다세대와 함께하는 지역사회 조직은 인도적이고 정의로운 미국 사회를 건설하기 위한 활동의 청소년부터 연장자, 이민자와 2세, 그리고 오랜 기간 동안 활동해온 국민평화와 지도자들을 조직하여 함께하고자 하는 저희들의 노력을 담고 있습니다. 이러한 조직 활동은 특히 선거를 앞둔 지금 그 어느 때보다 중요한 의미를 가지고 있습니다. 열심히 일하고 있는 가족들은 일자리와 의료 혜택, 또는 보험 자리를 잃는 어려움과 더불어 이민자와 소수의 가정의 기본 권리를 얻기 위해 끊임없이 투쟁하면서 수많은 고통 속에 살고 있습니다. 오랜 시간 동안 저희들은 우리 지역사회 곳곳에 영향을 미치는 사안들에 모든 커뮤니티 구성원들이 활발히 참여하게 하기 위해 노력을 해왔고 이 여행을 11월 6일 선거까지 이어나갈 것입니다.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you again for joining us tonight at our joint dinner fundraiser. Before we begin, we'd like to thank everyone in the community who contributed this success of this event. In particular, we'd like to give a special thanks to our sponsors tonight for their generous support. 저희 후원해주신 분들입니다. 너무 많은 분들이 후원해주셔서 저희가 계속 활동을 진행할 수 있습니다. The service employees of the Union, SCIO, and many others. So many people were helping us. 저희 많은 분들이 협력해서 감사하고요. But last but not least, we want to thank our staffs and volunteers. Where are the volunteers for the department who worked really hard to put this event together, and also the election, before election, so many things are going on right now. 저희 너무너무 많은 일들이 일어나는데 저희 자원봉사자분들이 너무 많이 도와주시고 저희 아까 말씀드렸듯이 전화를 2,000통을 받았는데 정말 너무 많은 분들이 도와주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 저희가 자원봉사자들이 정말 어린이부터 어르신들 이르기까지 너무 많은 분들이 저희 민족학교를 너무 많이 도와주고 계셔서 저희가 그것으로 저희가 계속 활동을 지속해 나갈 수 있을 것 같습니다. Thank you so much for your support and thank you. Enjoy this evening. Thanks. 감사합니다.
Thank you to our board chairs. Now let's get started tonight by honoring a great ally in the social justice movement with the Standing Up for Justice Award. The Standing Up for Justice Awards are presented to individuals and organizations who have not wavered from adversity, who have represented beacons of hope, and who have served as the steadfast leaders for social change in our community.
네, 감사합니다. 다음은 수상자를 발표하겠습니다. 사회 정의를 실현시키기 위해 노력해온 분들께 감사의 마음을 전하는 정의상 수상이 있겠습니다. 이들 개인과 단체들은 어려움에도 굴하지 않고 커뮤니티에서 사회 변화를 위해 노력해왔습니다. 개 이상 수여합니다.
And to present the first Standing Up for Justice Award is Yunsu Navari, KRC board member.
민족학교의 김윤수 이사님께서 첫 정의상 수상자를 소개하겠습니다. 박수 부탁드립니다.
Wow, it's really heartwarming to see everyone out here, so let's give yourselves a hand. I'd like to begin giving a little bit of introduction about SCOPE. It's a wonderful organization. It was founded in 1993. Strategic Concepts of Organizing and Policy and Education. It works to empower South Angeles families to amplify the voice of low-income communities of color. SCOPE employs the following strategic concepts to accomplish this mission, which includes grassroots community organizing, workforce development campaigns, cutting-edge research and training, and last but not least, training capacity and alliance building programs. In the past 2 years, SCOPE members and leaders have identified over 37,000 voters in Los Angeles County who support progressive local and statewide policy agenda. SCOPE also has over 19 years of experience in developing and advocating for local public policy initiatives to address the most important issues: bottom line, poverty, unemployment, and low wages. This past year, through their Building Power at the Ballot Box campaign, SCOPE organized thousands of voters in support of tax reforms, which successfully placed Prop 30 on the upcoming ballot this November, which would impose a tax increase to California's top earners, which would give an estimated $6 million to public funding for social services and education. SCOPE's current campaigns also focus on developing new green jobs and training opportunities that are accessible to low-income communities of color. From its inception, their belief has been that no organization alone can win real long-term solutions and fight the systemic problems that continue to perpetuate poverty. SCOPE invests resources in trainings and also focuses on strategies within the broader justice movement and building broader alliances to leverage collective power. In the past, SCOPE has provided training and capacity buildings to over 68 organizations to help them build strategic long-term power. It hits our home and in our heart when we see our community in times of challenges and obstacles in our communities. But SCOPE takes the energy and inspires us all to continue to strive towards justice as we continue to work towards change for us and for the generations to come, united in action. Tonight, KRC and APSEC is very proud and honored to present to them the Standing Up for Justice Award. Please give them a hand.
All right, good evening, everyone. And happy anniversary to NAPASEC and KRC, Korean Resource Center. My name is Gloria Bolton, and I'm the Executive Director of STONE. So I first want to say thank you to the Korean Resource Center and NAPASEC for acknowledging the work of SCOPE this evening and allowing me and my staff to be here. I'm deeply honored to accept the Standing Up for Justice Award on behalf of our members, our leaders, and the activists who truly are the ones who make this work possible. So I always like to say a few words about the current context that we're situated in. And I'll start by saying that right now, our country in general, and California and Los Angeles in particular, are in this watershed moment about what's our vision of society. So on one side of the spectrum, you have people of color, a progressive vision about society and about the role of government. And on the other hand, you have centrality of organizing the people most affected by the problems and conditions to be the fulcrum of change. Over the years, we've built a multiracial organization that's committed to organizing and leadership development anchored in community and building broad strategic alliances across sectors and issues to achieve a greater impact. Lately, we've been well known for our civic engagement work that we've been doing over the years. We call it integrated voter engagement. So as was mentioned, we've waged a lot of campaigns around job creation initiatives, but we try to make sure that it's attached to creating a more civically engaged community. And we've been talking to voters for going on 13 years now. And just in the past year, we've had this rigorous effort to really try to build a base of supporters, people who believe in a vision of justice and equity. And to date, we've actually contacted locally 37,000 voters. And it was really this local model that paved the way for what we're building statewide. So for the first time, social justice organizations throughout California are leveraging collective power to impact the state ballot measure, which is Proposition 30. Now the name really doesn't give it justice. It's entitled Temporary Taxes to Fund Education, Guaranteed Local Public Safety Funding. But let's just remember Prop 30, because that's a name that no one's ever really remembered. So the reason that this was possible is because all of the base building organizations throughout the state of California came together, even though we work on a lot of different issues, and we said that we're going to align together around taxes and progressive tax reform. So collectively, over the past 2 years, we talked to 488,000 voters in the state of California. So just to give a sense of what Prop 30 means for us this November, it's not only going to bring in up to $9 billion to stop cutbacks to schools and to help in human services that our communities need, but this initiative to us is really a direct reflection of the Occupy Wall Street movement. And that's the movement of the 99%. And that's because 90% of the generated tax revenue is going to come from the rich, the wealthiest 1%. So, in other words, it's time for the wealthy to pay their fair share. So we know that Prop 30 really is just the beginning. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And there will continue to be many issues coming to the forefront because of this titanic battle that's going on about the heart and soul of what our country will be. This reality creates the possibility of building alliances with greater configurations of power that is centered on social justice. So we look forward to continuing the good fight and working with the Korean Research Center in Navasek next year. And on behalf of SCOPE staff, our grassroots leaders, and our members, we thank you kindly for this recognition. So let us continue to work together to seize the moment that presents itself to us. Thank you and God bless.
네, 감사합니다. 수상을 한 스콧 다시 한번 축하드립니다. 저희는 오늘 이런 특별한 활동뿐만 아니라 저희 커뮤니티에서 요즘 늘고 있는 젊은 지도자들에게도 감사의 말씀을 전하려고 합니다. 청소년 지도자상은 사회 정의를 지지하고 또한 정의를 이뤄내기 위해 교육과 조직을 향한 청소년 지도자들에게 수여합니다. 제 친구이자 민족학교의 여름 인턴이었던 수지 김 씨가 청소년 지도자상을 소개하실 겁니다. 박수 부탁드립니다.
Hi everyone, how's it going? So for you English speakers, my name is Suzy Kim. I was the Civil Youth Empowerment Program 2012 intern. And tonight I'm really honored a phenomenal young woman who's really committed to creating a better future. I met this person this summer, and I must say that it's because of this person I've been able to grow so much. So this person has I guess what you could say, a non-traditional immigration story to the United States. And I think that this person's immigration story is a true testament to the diversity of the Korean American community. So this person came to the United States from Brazil as a young child and fully realized the limitations of her own undocumented status when she began to apply for college. However, this did not deter her. She graduated from Arcadia High School. She attended Santa Monica Community College and is now a math and econ major at UCLA. And throughout all of this, she has become an outspoken advocate of and a student leader in the undocumented student movement. And I believe it was in December 2010, during the DREAM movement, that she came out as being undocumented and went to a vote when the DREAM Act went to a vote in Congress. Working in KRC's office this summer, I can see that she has truly been instrumental to running KRC's deferred action hotline and clinics. I would sometimes walk around the office giving random people massages because, it's a lot of hard work, they're stressed out. And you really know that someone is really stressed out when they have knots at the back of their neck and their shoulders. So, imagine just me, just massaging her back as she's, taking up deferred action calls. But, in short, this person's story is a testament to the extraordinary changes that ordinary people can make when they rise up to the challenge to be more, to accomplish more, and to create change. So I'm really